We're here with Jason Ayr, Dan Vassalo. Jason, you were in the lead for the longest time and ended up getting steered off course. And you, along with the top three, got steered off course. Dan ended up winning with being steered the right way. Now, we'll start with you, Jay. Tell your part of the story. What exactly happened out there about mile 24?
I mean, for the majority of the race, going at 14, me and the guy who was running second broke from the third place guy, Peter, from Team Run. And then for about 6 miles, we were kind of playing cat and mouse. And then at 20, I tested him a little bit, and he fell back pretty quickly. So I thought it was going to kind of be a solo ride home. Then when I got back on the bike path, there's like a short hairpin around 24, and then that's where kind of just like the marking got vague and kind of ran for what ended up maybe being.
There's probably wind blowing too.
Yeah.
You might not have been able to see the sign. I didn't really see the sign because the wind was blowing so hard.
That's true. It was a very windy day, so it is what it is. But other than that, I was pretty pumped with how later miles in the race felt. I think that's the most I've been able to hold myself together in a marathon. So I think it's, as far as the stepping stone goes, I'd say today was a positive.
Excellent. So what was your marathon PR going into this?
2:27:30, which today probably.
Think you would have beat that?
It would have been. I mean, it's one of those, like, can't make that call. But I wouldn't have been surprised if it did, but I wouldn't have been surprised if it didn't. It probably would have been falling right into my what my standard marathon time seems to be.
Yeah, forever the 2:27 guy.
Yeah,
he said that before the race.
It seems to be. Yeah, it seems to be like if you want someone to run a 2:27, no matter what has happened for the 3 months before it, just send me.
So if you ran 2:27 enough times, then you'll be eventually due for like a 2:23 or something.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, the plan is to not be running 2:27 my whole life, but at one point in my life, 2:27 will be good again. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, anyways, Dan, tell your side of the story. You ended up crossing the finish line first.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. I mean, I remember passing. I think it was Brandon Newbold sometime around mile 22. I think at that point I had passed Joyce, who's one of Jason's guys for Western Mass. I passed him, and I think I was running third place or something like that. I passed Newbold, and he said, "You might have a shot at catching second place." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Because my plan was to run the last 10,000 meters of this race in under 33 minutes. That was the plan all along.
Oh, good.
Which I did by like 7 seconds, so I was happy about that.
Excellent.
So I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna try my best to close on the second place guy and see how it goes. I hit the hairpin turn in 24. I yelled at the volunteer. I was like, "Am I turning around here?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I go. I don't see Jason. I don't see the other guy. And I'm like, "Oh no." So then I get off the bike path, and getting off the bike path, there were 2 police cruisers there, and I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
25 comes around, and I asked my wife, who's on the sidelines. I asked her. She's right there, by the way. So hey. Yeah, so I asked her on the sidelines. I said, "How much do they have on me?" And she said that she didn't see anybody.
Wow.
And it was just this surreal experience. It's really a shame to be the first person to cross the line in circumstances like that.
Yeah. Hope this gets dealt with in a fair enough way.
Yeah.
I mean,
because there are implications with the teams.
Yeah.
We were tied going into.
Which, by the way, as far as team competition goes, props to CMS today. I mean, I think that CMS and us took the Grand Prix finale the most serious, and it made for a super enjoyable experience. I felt like every step of the way out there, you're kind of like, it's like half how you're running, half like, okay, wonder how the team results are stacking up right now, because that's pretty much all I cared about.
It was fun. That's the way that, as I just told Jason, off camera, that's the way that sports is supposed to be. I mean, that's kind of how
it's supposed to be like a friendly competition.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can it can be a bloody competition, but share a beer afterwards.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, or a whiskey shot.
Yeah, or a whiskey shot. Yeah, I'll be doing those in a second.
Oh, you better.
Jesse's already driving home, so.
Oh, there you go. At least you guys got it all planned out.
Yeah, but it was
safely
cool.
Get back to Western Mass.
I was pumped to see that so many teams were kind of like within that 1 point range with one race to go, and I think that you know, I must say I had no business running a marathon today. I wouldn't have run this marathon today except for that team competition. I know Dan's gearing up for some hopefully some big things in later November. So I don't think he would have been on that starting line if he wasn't wearing a CMS jersey. So yeah,
CMS jersey, CMS hat.
Oh yeah.
Right here. You know, just trying to represent the squad as best as we can.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, I mean, hopefully, however this gets handled, hopefully this means for good team competitions for years to come. I know a lot of the guys, like our guys, their guys, and I know some GBTC guys can be in the mix. Team Run seems to be, you know,
picking up guys like crazy.
C-class, depending on the day. So it's exciting to see teams kind of duking it out these days.
Excellent. So now that the Grand Prix is over, anything for the winter?
Team Nationals, man. Team competitions have just begun.
Cross Nationals? Cross Nats?
Cross Nationals.
You think
probably
you'll
30% race, 70% after party.
There you go. There you go.
You think you'll be recovered enough to do Club New England's next weekend?
Yeah, I feel great. I think this worked out well. I got a little bit pissed off when I finished running, so I feel like I need to run a race today. Let's do this.
Excellent.
Yeah,
All right.
and for me, I've got Philadelphia Marathon in 3 weeks.
Oh, so this was just kind of like your workout marathon?
I would never use that one.
So we'll,
You can check him out on OK Tune on Running to Win, and you can get the real lowdown on what happened today.
I know, I always see him he's always on that, both you guys are always on that top 20 list for mileage.
It's the easiest way to find somebody, right?
Pretty much.
Yep.
And then they had
Easy
me one
reference.
time. I was only on it once because I got really drunk one night, and I put a post up that was like 100 miles in like 3 hours, and it just said I was too drunk to work out today.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And then I'm sure that the troll police were
Yeah.
I know.
Who's this guy?
I saw it, I had like 30, 40 views on my log. I'm like, I usually only get like 2 or 3 a day.
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah, that's you can tell a lot about a man by how many times his log gets viewed.
And how many times the server goes down.
Yeah.
and his is among the most entertaining of all.
Oh, I know.
There, so.
I need to pick it up. I haven't been writing much these days, but maybe today will give me something to write about. I said I had a big Sunday post coming up, so it's gonna be okay.
You can put like a long list of things that you need to change that would be your early New Year's resolution or something like that.
Yeah. I believe there was 35 items on that list, and there are still 35 items on that list.
Oh, I'm in the same boat.
All right, well let these guys eat.
Yeah.
And grab a beer.
All right.
That pizza looks good. So.
Good talking to you.
All right. Thanks
a
for the
lot.
time.